the quick review for things here as we shift over. We had the ship that was coming down from the south, from Aslandia and the dwarven lands of Ailartsua. It was making its way here. You ended up stopping by. You actually found Operation Welcome Mat. Mordecai, you actually got to see your dad for at least a little bit. As you continued, if there were groups of people, Seltur took it upon herself to let them know that they were in the presence of the Chroma Company. She is the glorious leader, question mark. Anyway, the fact that a big white and gold dragon just would descend down to these different groups in times of stress and dire weather and all this, it was scary, but also rather uplifting. Anyway, you all made it down here to the volcano. You dropped off both Tam and Kaz because they were grievously injured as the two dragons were trying to duo this carrier that the Governor Sapfolk was piloting in the Dwarven lands. But fortunately, Seltur, through the ship, which does not yet have a name, but I guess we'll see if it earns one through the combat here, was able to sort of hold them in a stasis after, well, the two dragons, the six dragons, the two, Kaz and Tam, added their likenesses to Seltur's in this tense metamorphosis that had occurred. Of course, each of you in your own ways had an influence, and then we also had the emergence of the kobolds. All of you are boldly going where Seltur would like to go, and her crew are the kobolds, which were the doppels that had taken on draconic-like properties. So you have a bunch of small little things here. Then you made your way to the crater. There was a very ominous black hemisphere. You had attacked. You found that there was some sort of a core, but it was a tarp the whole time. It inverted on you, and it turned into a mouth, tried to eat you. You had to claw your way out. You were almost blasted by the main thing that you should really try not to get in front of tonight. And you managed to escape. The Skyshatter Leviathan tethered, to use MMORPG terms, as did the Shrikes that you had spawned off of it as you ripped and tore your way into or through this hemisphere. And from that, now for all of you in the audience, you know what? You're just going to have to sit back and figure it out yourselves. All week I've been talking with the crew here, and there are rules for things that are happening. Special considerations, some preview of knowledge of what's going on. Now, where we're going to find the crew, they have retreated. Seltur and the ship was able to mend itself. However, that is going to be taking Seltur and the kobolds and DJ out of the fight because their resources were used to stabilize the ship. At any point in time, you all can flee for your lives because Sho'neuroth and the Skyshatter Leviathan are perfectly fine where they're at, doing what they've been doing this whole time. But if this is a barrier you must breach, then be the drill that pierces the heavens. After sitting down, the configurations of the ship were made so that you are very much actively a part of it, including Cypher, who is so we have Lethality Complex, who's going to be dual boxing. Another MMORPG term here, dual boxing both Professor Cypherius and Selene. And we have Darkwolf, who's going to be playing both Norlai and Lokiadius Amosite, siblings who are very blurst. We have Coffee, who is piloting Mordecai, who may or may not be the pilot, and Bright is engineering, Fluffy Sheep is engineering Bright, but she may not be the engineer. We'll see. There are 4 gunner positions. There's a pilot and an engineer, and we're going to see what happens here. Now, take us to the field. We are going to where this battle is occurring. Okay. Now, you can see the Skyshatter Leviathan is has sort of reformed in the crater. You lot are down here, way in the corner. You are a very safe distance away. The Shrikes have given up their pursuit of you. The Leviathan has regenerated itself and has gone back to doing what it do. Now, to zoom in for the audience to be able to see what's happening, we are playing on a hex grid, and there's a token for the ship here. The way that the ship is facing is indicated by a little O that is present at the fore. They will be abiding by a set of rules. I'm not going to explain it to you all again. You in the audience, sit back and enjoy. If you have any fickle god favors that you would like to grant them through your inspiration points or through bits or donos, well, of most nights, this would be a night to maybe bless them, or you can always give me some +1s. Unfortunately, I am not floating any +1s this fight. I've either used them all or they've fallen off.
You know, Loki could use them.
So
Loki could use them. I don't think Cypher has any either. So.
Cypher does not, no. But yes, you are in the corner, and at some point in time, now you are going to set up your initiative, because it's going to be you all are going to do something, and at some point in time, the enemies are going to activate, and they're going to do a thing. So if you want to pilot the ship, you want to do some little wiggles, you want to practice something, you have a power-up suite, given the rules that we had gone over, this is your chance, because when you are ready, you are going to either get out of here and just go try and live your best lives in a cursed land, or you're going to approach the crater and the Leviathan, and things are gonna get spicy. But I'm very literally waiting on you all to make your moves. So with that, we are fully live. If we need to make calls on the field, we'll do it. We'll work through it. But yes, be prepared for an interesting fight. Anyway, you tell me what you all are gonna do.
Okay. Shall we begin?
Oh, here goes nothing. I'm gonna take the engineer spot.
Norlai's gonna take aft gunner.
Celine shall take... let me check the direction very quickly. She's taking one of the side gunners.
The wisdom one?
Yes.
Port?
Yeah, yes, so Celine's taking port gunner. Cypher is taking fore gunner.
He's gonna take starboard. Okay, starboard.
All right. I'm sorry. Who is pilot and engineer?
I'm engineer.
Okay.
And Brad at the moment is pilot.
Okay. Fluffy, if you're talking, I cannot hear you. I have your user volume up. I see a green ring of activity, but your voice is not coming through.
Oh yeah, I don't hear me there.
Oh no. Technical difficulties, stand by everybody.
It wouldn't be a Chroma Company game.
What about now?
Hey,
There we
there
go.
we go.
There we go.
Hey.
Okay, that was a simple problem. I just had my headset mute.
Your pilot just told you we're having technical difficulties, so uh-oh.
We're gonna be delayed pushing back from the gate today. Looks like we're gonna have a little bit of engine checkout. Sorry.
And thus the cadence of the pilot talking over intercom is born. Oh gosh. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Wish us good luck, everybody.
Yeah. So I wanted to start as a gunner, so I can cast a real quick summon, and then switch over to
Oh.
pilot.
Oh yeah.
start as pilot.
Celine can swap with you if you'd like, or Loki can swap as well.
Oh, okay.
If-
It doesn't matter. We're gonna be hanging out over here for.
Yeah,
a while.
if all you're doing is like you're in a holding pattern, you buff up, do what you need to do, and then you're gonna get to your positions and go from there. So whatever you need to do to power up yourselves or the ship or say any prayers, final or otherwise.
Mordecai is probably going to say something like a prayer, and the first buff that he wants to do is protection from evil and good
Okay.
on the ship.
Yep. You are the engineer, so you're seated there. Your interface, while you cannot see outside the ship, you have a connection through the ship. You have a resonance with it, and protection is yes, aberrations. You will be fighting a couple of those.
Mm-hmm. There's a number of different things, but aberrations being a specific one that I really want to have on that list.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, what Braid is gonna conjure up is, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna conjure up. How many do I get? I don't cast this very often. 8 smoke methods.
Okay.
Ooh,
Elementals.
conjure conjure minor elementals.
Yeah.
Lesser
I
elementals.
think I've only used this spell twice, but hey, it's really nice.
Once for a performance.
Yeah, that is very true.
Okay. So
I'm just trying to think because I don't think I have any buffs that I can give anyone
Can
right
I
now.
can I get some tokens by any chance?
Yeah, let's
Well, if we're summoning, I'm gonna use a 5th level spell slot to summon 4 giant vultures.
I don't have hexes for
A circle will fit in a hex.
yeah.
You just gotta get creative.
You can control Peggy Sue, right?
Sure.
Okay.
On the map, you can control it, right?
Yeah, it's working.
Okay.
This is so many little birds.
Many berbs!
It's a whole flock of Peggy Sue.
Peggy Sue shaped smoke methods.
We're gonna put that one at the end. Did you say there were gonna be shrikes on the map at start? Because I only see the Leviathan.
There are shrikes. You do not see them.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fun. Okay. Okay. So now that we've arranged our elementals.
There are 3, if it matters, but yes.
Oh well. I mean, if we don't see them, then we don't see them. So now that we've arranged our stuff, we are going to reposition ourselves. Bright's going to be the pilot, and Celine's going to be left gun.
Yep.
Okay.
And okay, that's not so bad. And also, for our initiative order, I think we decided. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I think there was some dispute.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say dispute. Dispute is too harsh of a word.
Mutiny.
Some
Debate.
Some
debate.
Some debate. But I think it worked out to be Mordecai first, then Celine, then Cypher, then Loki, then me, and finally Norland.
Okay.
Works for me.
And then whenever they engage, the Shrikes will go before the Leviathan. Leviathan will be last because it's big slow. And then we'll go back up to the top.
Okay. And the verbal command that I'm going to issue to my methods is stay within 10 hexes of the ship and attack any strikes that you see.
Okay.
So hopefully they see those. All right, let's do this thing. Are you all
Okay.
ready?
Buff number 2. Sanctuary. Does not require concentration.
Oh, yeah! Sanctuary!
And I'm concentrating on protection.
Oh, wait, hold on. If the water creature makes an attack or casts a spell that affects an enemy creature, the spell ends.
Yeah, Sanctuary's not gonna last very long. Right?
No.
In case they get the first shot.
In case they get the drop on us, yeah. They have to
I
make
can
it work.
I can guarantee that's not the case because I have something that
Oh,
I could.
yeah, you were gonna do that.
I have something that I could literally fire from like 5 map lengths away and it would still hit.
We didn't talk about that. then, yeah. I'm gonna do something else. I'm gonna save Sanctuary for a different turn.
Yeah, save that for when we need to go on the defensive, if you would please.
Did I want to do this right now?
Remember, if it matters for anything, it is low light because it is twilight right now. There's a light breeze blowing from the west to the east.
We all have dark vision inside
Yeah.
that has devil's sight.
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah, the lighting doesn't matter too terribly much. Out to 120 feet. Did I want to do this now? Sure. We're gonna go ahead and do freedom of movement as my second buff instead.
Okay. So not Sanctuary, but freedom of movement?
Yeah, do that instead. For this turn. That's me.
Alright. Celine. Now that's a question. Considering if one of us casts a buff and we're in one of the gunner positions and it's directed on us, if the ship is forced to make a save and the thing that we buff ourselves with buffs that save, does that translate over or no?
Yeah, because you are making the save. Any of you can buff yourselves inside the ship, and that will travel with you to whatever position you're in. So if you buff charisma saves and you're not making those, but you eventually move to where you are, that buff travels with you because you enhanced yourself. You're making the save on behalf of the ship from that position.
Okay, good, because that means a spell that Cypher has becomes a lot more valuable. Like, a lot more valuable. But that's fine. Celine, for right now... Is there even anything worth casting at this stage? No, there is not. So that'll be as it is. So Celine isn't going to do anything. Cypher. Right, so. I hope you enjoy our opening act, Maddie. I really do.
I have no idea what you all have planned or what you're going to do. Surprise me, and we'll see how things work. The only way we're going to figure it out is to do it.
I will need you to step into Seltur's boots for a moment.
Oh, very well.
Because there's going to be a little scene here for our opening salvo, as it were.
Very well. So Seltur, who is still minute, she's still a shorty, perched on the shoulder of the very large Minotaur DJ. They are standing, well, I mean, she's in a commanding position. He's really just her chair. And like they're watching, you know, like through the eyes of the dragon or whatnot over the battlefield. Cypher, what do you have to say, or what are you doing?
So Cypher is dressed a little differently.
Oh.
His armor is still there, the helm and everything that you've come to know, but across his shoulders rests a jacket. Not unlike what you might see on the Shadowheart Commandants. With the very marked exception that the red that it is normally accented with is instead a deep purple, and the Shadowhari symbols and everything switched out for the sacred geometries and other such symbolism that Cypher and the magic that he wields is very much associated with. And he looks back to Seltur and DJ. And he speaks. Seltur. It feels so long ago that we made our pact. That we negotiated, and I became a patron of sorts. I think it's time now that you see that everyone here sees exactly the full might of this. Exactly what made this old magic so dangerous to begin with. And he kind of he takes in a breath and he reaches out before him, sitting in the foregunner position.
Uh-huh.
And there's a he's speaking, but he's not speaking to anyone in the ship. It's more like he's broadcasting this, as if he's speaking to the room, and I would imagine from the foregunner position he may even be able to speak through the mouth of the dragon.
Yes.
Sh'neuroth. When you and I spoke, I told you that I hedged my bets. That the day would come that from the sky a symphony would rain upon you. The last thing you will ever hear. A requiem composed just for you. A letter of love and hatred and everything else from the citizens who call this land home. And this is the opening movement. From the Chroma Company to you. And you would see that everything from him begins to crackle, this black and purple energy. The lines of the geometry etching themselves in purple into Cypher's skin.
Mm-hmm.
The dragon's mouth opens. And within it, there is an orb of nothing. This blackness that it looks like it's a very hole in the fabric of reality itself. And it fires across the field.
Okay.
Towards the Skyshatter Leviathan, and when it reaches it, it expands into this massive, consuming void. I cast Ravenous Void.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is why I wanted to start out with this, because it is it has a range of 1,000 feet, and it creates a 20-foot sphere centered on a point I can see within range.
Yes.
And because I have Devil Sight, I can see pretty much everything. Light conditions do not matter to me. Let me see if I can't. This is on hexes, so.
I mean, on hexes, it would be still a point, which is corners.
Yeah. No, I'm just trying to. So that is a 5-foot radius. 20 there, 10, 15, 20 there, 25, 30, 35, 40. Now just give me a moment to select. I want to select and move it. Let me move it. These things are not easy to move, unfortunately.
No. If you use the select tool, you have to select, like, click and drag the whole thing over the whole shape,
Yeah, no, I did.
and then you actually have to click the line of the shape to get it to move.
Yeah, I'm just gonna zoom in so I can do that. Boom.
Are we using like hexagonal circles, or are we still trying to use squares?
You were using squares, I think was the.
It should be hexes, but I for right now play it as it is.
Now I have to draw another square because this is the pull range. The sphere appears, and then from the edge of the sphere there is an extra 100 feet of pulling power, and we'll draw that in bright red. The event horizon, if you will.
Yeah, verbs are
Measure.
safe.
Alright, there. This extends far off the map in pretty much every direction.
In a almost an ironic fashion, you're almost recreating the event that made this crater as a dark sphere manifests and scourges the land of trees and rocks and.
Okay, so that's gonna be a pain in the butt to draw because it's really large. It's 100 feet radius. So I'm just gonna say, don't get within 100 feet of the edge of that circle. Now. It's just gonna take 5d10 damage automatically, due to the fact that you only get to make a save that you get pulled straight towards the sphere. If you're already in it, you just take damage.
Okay.
So it's going to be taking 5d10.
Okay.
Which I will go ahead and roll. So it's taking 28 force damage and it is restrained. Are there any strikes within that distance? Just as a question.
That are within the sphere? Like, in your main? No.
Nope.
With
Okay.
it.
Within
No,
the 100
within-
feet,
with-
yes.
Yeah, so on the start of that turn, they're going to need to make strength saves.
Yes.
And then will immediately take damage if they fail.
Yes.
So a creature can use its action to make a strength check against the spell save DC, ending the restrained condition on another creature that it can touch on a success. A creature reduced to 0 hit points by this spell is absolutely annihilated, along with any non-magical items it is wearing or carrying. This is concentration 1 minute.
Yep.
Our symphony begins. Let's go.
Should have put out my violin.
So
I also just need to
Seltur
make
looks
this-
down from DJ's shoulder. Well, that's impressive. Almost like a cat laying a prized rat in front of its owner. Now, I hope you can sustain yourself.
Oh, I'm not going anywhere. You see that, as a little flourish effect too, in front of each of the stations appears a small screen. It's a readout of ship vitals and other such things, as well as the vitals of whoever is sitting in the station. So for those who are sitting in the station currently, they would see a small, like, 16-bit sprite of themselves with their name and the measures of vitality and some other. Yes.
The walking animation.
Yeah.
There's a small walking animation. Why not?
Well, that was your thing. I have a thing to do too. And I'm gonna use Quicken Spell, and Empowered Spell.
Distant and empowered?
Yep, Distant and Empowered.
You say quickened.
Oh, Distant. I meant Distant. Distant and Empowered to cast Stormburst.
Oh, all right.
I don't have to see where this is. I just have
It's
to
a
know
point.
that
The
that's a
cipher can
point
direct you,
within 300 feet of me.
Yes.
and it is.
And I'm gonna put the storm in the middle of the void.
Poof.
So
All right.
con save, please. Oh, it's a 60-foot radius. Is there anything within 60 feet of the Leviathan? Because that's bigger than mine.
Yeah.
And then I'm also with Empowered. I get to re-roll up to 5 of these dice.
I see 3 1s.
There's 3
And a
ones and a
2.
2. So I'm gonna roll
And a
re-roll
4.
40.
Oh,
Well, two
that's
of those
rough.
ones came back. Yuck.
Yep.
To be fair, one of them turned into a 4, and the 2 turned into a 5. So, you know.
Yeah, so that's gonna add, yeah.
3
It's
and
gonna add
3.
6
It adds
damage.
6 damage. Yeah. So 51. Yeah.
Are you purposely letting the chaos fly, or are you gonna roll a
No.
d20 on this?
I'm not gonna. Oh, doesn't Cypher have to roll wild magic too? Or is it just I have to?
No, you as Norlai, like, what the ship is doing is it's flavoring everyone else's magic to be able to actually do something against.
Okay.
So it makes their magic normal functioning. You can still go wild on this and do
I
maybe
shall
something
not.
more. Okay, so
I
it's just
shall
cast
not.
normally.
Yeah.
That's something that confused me. I thought that everyone was going to be rolling as well.
No. That
would get bonkers.
that would get
That would get bonkers.
Look,
now
it-
the
it
others can
literally
deal
one
wild
spellcaster
magic
to
damage
die.
through the bite and the claw attack of the ship, but they don't have to roll on the table. But this is a special for Norlai. Like, everyone's been brought up to your level where they can just affect it normally because it's going through the filter. You can still unleash the wild through it if you want. But in this case, you
Because we're
you
all
hold
kind of
back.
linked together, yeah.
And I need to make a Constitution saving throw for the Leviathan.
Yep.
And
And
then
for however many strikes.
and then the strikes as well. So this is going to be
They're within 60 feet of the wood.
24.
Yep. You're not blinded.
As-
You take half of that, so you take.
So- 25. However, I believe any strikes that they're going to be spawning up are going to be probably spawning immediately in the sphere, which means they immediately take 5d10 damage and may or may not be obliterated.
Let's...
Oh, you know what? I also needed to roll. For my other animals. Not 20.
Hey, Lemao.
All right, one will pass.
The other two will not.
Okay.
I think we've created a kill zone.
Maybe.
Any of you on this opening round doing anything, or is it going to go to monsters?
Well, I guess we haven't moved that yet, but maybe we don't have to just yet. I'm not sure. Because we always had to move, so I want to make
sure. Go ahead and you do have to move. You are facing in this direction, so I guess wiggle the ship 6 hexes, making up to 2 turns along the way.
Just go straight up.
Also, Norlai, what is your command to your birds? Because you will not be able to communicate with them unless you're in the foregun.
Oh,
Yeah.
it would probably be the same command that Bright gave, so to attack the sharks.
Okay. Make sure that the facing of the ship is where it needs to be as well.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
I moved 2 hexes. So straight up is going to be direction A, then up and to the right is going to be B, and so all the way around clockwise until F, which is up and to the left. So I moved 2 in direction B, 2 in direction C, 2 more in direction B.
Okay, yeah, just make sure that you're keeping track of the facing of the ship too. Because that could affect your firing arcs and other things.
Correct. No, everything is correct.
All right, yep. All right. So
this is not easy to do.
Shrikes begin their turn, and they are
Strength
within
save
the pole.
immediately.
Yeah, strength saves from all 3 of them. All 3 are going to fail.
They're all going into the sphere, into the center.
Slurp.
Yep.
Oh, I see what I'm doing.
How far does it pull them in?
Just straight to the center.
Just straight to the center. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, there's no
And they're at the center. I moved them in.
Yeah, no, they take 5d10 damage and.
So you see that there were 3 shrikes, the ones that were trying to chase you out on the initial rip and tear into this thing. They were waiting for you in the water, but instead you got the drop on them as you rip them, shrieking from the sea, and you see them disappear into the black void.
I like that.
I don't get it.
It's an Overwatch joke.
Oh.
That's the rough.
The rough kind of aura.
Why not?
We can double check with with distances, but roughly. I actually have a pen tablet. I can plug it in and actually draw that actually nice.
Yeah, if you wanna, by all means. So yeah, I'll go ahead and roll the 5d10 for each of those. Because it affects them all at once, I'll just go ahead and roll it once. But
Yeah, I need to know what you're inflicting on the Leviathan as well.
so for the first one, it was 28 force damage on the Leviathan.
Yeah, but it's starting its turn in the sphere.
Oh, so it's taken 30 then.
Okay.
And it's restrained. So are the Shrikes dead, or are they just still chilling?
Unknown. They were pulled into a black void that you cannot see into. While you do have double sight, it does seem as this is the same as the whole double sight versus the black.
Arms of Hadar.
Yeah.
Not Hunger of Hadar.
Hunger of Hadar.
Yeah, no, it is just. Actually, it doesn't.
It's not
Non-magical. Non-magical. Actually, it doesn't say that I can't see into it.
Oh, is it not just a black?
Yeah, Dark Star is like super blackness, and it says that even if you have magical dark vision, magical darkness, you can't see through it. But Ravenous Star has no such text. So yeah, no, we could. It's just super destructive gravitational force.
Yeah. Oh, actually, hang on. After the Shrikes go, so what you're gonna see, the Shrikes are gonna be pulled into your singularity, and are going to be just obliterated. When that happens, but before, in the grand scheme of things, this is before the Skyshatter would start its turn. Mordecai, I need you, because you're the engineer, I need you to make a con save.
Oh.
As the Skyshatter opens its mouth, and something.
Oh, we were kind of in the line of fire, weren't we?
Is going to. You're in its front arc. You're not in the kill zone.
Wait,
Okay.
Yeah.
which way is it? Yeah, it's facing.
Yeah,
facing us.
Its mouth will always be between the two front hexes right here. So
Okay.
wherever those
I'm
two
trying to
are,
find
where they
the
meet,
center
that is
hexes.
like the center mass.
Yeah, that's alright.
Big money, no whammies. Hey, natural
It's literally
20.
the biggest money.
It is big money.
It's also kind of bad because it
The
means I have
Skyshatter
a higher
Leviathan
constitution state.
opens its mouth, and Mordecai, it is taking everything you have to fight against what is happening, as the Leviathan is trying to eat this magic.
Well,
Now,
that's unfortunate.
the magic holds, barely. But Mordecai, you feel this pull as the spell was cast through the dragon, and you are the heart of the dragon, the body. This thing is trying to pull, like, slurp the magic like a spaghetti noodle into it. You are able to barely hang on to this spell.
Oof. Big yikes.
I'm guessing it can't do anything else though.
It would then take its turn. It would take the damage from the star.
Yep.
Um,
And it can't move.
It is.
That's a rough estimate.
Yes, I can go ahead and delete my one then.
So what did it try to do? Did it try to do damage to us, or did it try to dispel something?
The best way right now until it actually happens that I can describe for Mordecai's feeling is it was trying to eat the magic, like to consume it into itself. And Mordecai was barely able to prevent it from consuming the magic.
When you say the magic, which magic?
The
spell
star.
that I cast on it.
Oh, the dark
The
star.
Ravenous Void.
Yeah.
The Ravenous Void, yeah.
Oh, right. Dark star's the other one. Okay.
Oh, that'll be getting casted at too. Don't you worry.
Yeah, it's also pretty ravenous.
It's true.
Okay. That is going to be its turn.
Mordecai.
Yep, we're at the top of the initiative.
Okay. Great.
Okay. That's
Officer
about right.
heals. Or holding a reaction to aid a save.
For the moment, I will use my turn to aid a save.
Okay.
So I'm
Celine.
not looking to cast anything right now.
I'm looking at distances. Where are we? Over there. Give me that. We are far away. Okay. And pop. Here we are. About 200
Yeah.
feet.
The line's about a rough estimate as to where
The pullers.
the pull is.
Alright, 200
It's pretty accurate. It's pretty accurate.
What can I do along the lines of like 200 feet? Probably not a hell of a lot, I don't think. 150. 150. 60. I don't think I have anything that I can do right now. Yeah, my spells are a lot like closer stuff. Yeah, that's a real shame. There's no shrikes I can see, is there?
Nope. They've been
Because I
cleared.
murdered them all.
Good job, Cypher. Way to be a hero.
We don't really. I'll hold an action to like pump extra slots if Bright wants extra movement. I'll
I
pump
don't
the 6
want
level spell
extra
slot.
movement. And I don't think we can pump. I don't think we can hold actions either.
No.
No. Okay. Well then I actually have nothing to do.
You can spend your turn to aid a save. That's what I'm doing.
That's the engineer
a pilot
ability.
thing. That's an
Oh,
engineer
that's
thing.
only an engineer.
Yeah,
ability. That,
yeah.
got it.
So I can't actually do anything. I can't actually do anything right now. So I will sit back and rest on my laurels.
Okay. Cypher.
Cypher time.
Just a quick check. As the pilot, I aid attacks, and Mordecai's the engineer and aid saves. Is that how it works?
Yeah. Yeah, because as the pilot, you can see around and you can sort of act as a spotter. And as the engineer, you're giving it all she's got, Captain. You're rerouting power. You're pressing buttons and levers, so that you're raising emergency force fields or whatever. So that's reflective of that.
Give it all she's got, Captain. I mixed two different characters. My bad.
Oh wow. Do I not have? I don't think I have. Oh, actually, no, I do. No, I do. I know what I can do. Because I'm glad that I took this as my invocation now. The dragon's mouth opens again.
Okay.
And massive versions of those little hyperbolts that Cypher is so very well known for. 4 of them are going straight at the Leviathan.
Doom, 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 doom.
Ooh. Pardon. Okay. 2 of them hit. Your
I'm guessing the 24 and the 24 and the 33 hit.
24 and 33 hit.
So that'd be 8, not 9. Not the plus 9 because it was a crit on the other die. Unfortunately, it's not with advantage. 8 and 15 is 23 though.
Okay.
Does a strike spawn?
It does, but it's starting its turn within the aura. So two of your blasts will impact, and you can see, like as the flesh is almost blown off, it then begins to animate itself, and begins to grow claws and tatters. And as it begins to fly away from the body of the Leviathan, it's just pulled right back, and
likely vaporized.
What was the damage on that? 30 for the round or something that you rolled for creatures that are starting in it?
That was the last round. I get to roll it again at the start of their turn.
Oh, then yeah, go ahead because you.
Yeah, I'll roll. It's probably better that I roll it now. 26 this time.
Okay. I'm sorry. It is not vaporized, but it is pulled to the center. So it's at least it is shredded, but it is taking.
It takes 26 force damage and it's restrained. If it starts its turn in the sphere, it's just automatically restrained. Yep. No save required.
Okay, so there is technically another strike out there, but it is plastered against the very wound it was spawned from. Like a very fidgety scab. Okay. Loki, then Bright.
Right, this is why I wanted Loki to go after you. I have no range.
You have Eldritch Spear, right?
Yeah, but I'm the starboard gunner, so my range is this way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's out of the firing arc for starboard.
Well, we'll get there real quick. Once we get into a furball, it'll work out better, I hope.
So Loki can't do much.
There is no optimal.
Well, I would be careful because if we move up to the event horizon, what I can do is if we choose to fail that strength save, I can immediately end the spell and just use it to slingshot us straight through the thing before we take the damage. Because of the way that the damage is triggered and the way that the pull-in happens.
Well,
I can do that.
Let's not. Let's just keep it.
Let's not hyper accelerate the ship. I don't think it'll handle that.
What if we actually go back in time to 1986?
Right?
But if you can move the ship so Loki can be in range.
Yeah, I'll move the ship. I thought Cypher might need to. I don't know. We'll
all right, is Loki not taking an action then?
He can't do anything now.
Okay, Mordecai, I need you to make another con save as.
Bright gets to move.
No. This is a legendary action I'm taking in between y'all's turns.
Yeah, you really should declare.
It is opening its mouth again, and it is going to try and consume the spell enveloping it. I need another con save, please.
It helps when you start the sentence as a legendary action.
As a legendary action, I need you to make a con save, please.
Oh, shit balls.
It's Christmas! Yay, green and red. All right.
No, it's not gonna do it.
Shit balls.
4, unfortunately, is not gonna hold the spell. Was that a level 9 spell?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me see if there is something I can do here. There may be something.
All right. What happens as this thing consumes your magic?
Hang on.
Hmm?
I'm a warcaster. Does that come into play here if it's a concentration for the spell?
Yeah, because this is affecting concentration.
Okay, then I make those an advantage anyway.
Yeah, roll again. Okay.
Yeah,
Not as bad, but unfortunately not enough.
Let me see on concentration real quick.
What happens? The spell is consumed. Concentration is broken, and it eats the level of the spell, and times a number, and it consumes your magic to turn into Skyshatter Leviathan, and it recovers hit points back. So the star is now no longer an issue for slingshotting or maneuverability, and it is Bright's turn.
But now we're gonna be trapped in here in this time period. This is the worst time period. Well, I guess I don't have to worry about all of that. Okay, that's okay. All right. Well, there's a dot on the map. my OCD.
Brian, poor Brian.
Oh no.
There's a little chip in the windshield, and she just can't get over it as the pilot. Like, ah!
I got it. It's gone.
Bright, blow a spell slot, fabricate the glass, and you'll be fine. And...
I might do that.
We don't want to upset Fluffy's OCD.
All right. Well, let's just go ahead and get a little closer, I suppose.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
He has a shot.
Are your elementals moving on your turn as well?
Well, they have to stay within 10 hexes, so probably not just yet.
Okay, gotcha. Norlai, you're next.
Well, as there is now no longer a threat, or no longer a threat of void, my burbs are gonna move.
Yep.
Yay, burps.
Burbs. They have 60 feet. They're gonna dash. So.
Would my methods be able to see the Shrike?
If they have something like Devil's Sight, but they're probably too far away, even if they have Dark Vision. Since you'd be able to see clearly 120 with a normal 60. Right? No, you treat low light as normal. Never mind. I was yeah, there's a Shrike.
Okay, well then in that case they're gonna go up towards it, but they have to stay within 10 hexes of the ship. So they'll move.
Now this is something we're gonna need to call on. Can I use lightning bolts as Norlai? Because it doesn't say it requires sight.
It's just it's not a space you can see or a target you see.
No, it's a line in a direction.
Yeah,
if it doesn't, in a direction.
If it doesn't have sight, then you don't have sight. If you could do it normally as Norlai without being able to see, if you were blind and could cast lightning bolt, and then
yeah, because it just says forming a 100-foot line, 5 foot wide, in a direction you choose.
Hey, could you move 2 of your methods so they're not in my line?
Although Norlai, are you aft?
I am aft.
You will not be able to fire on the Leviathan because aft is facing this way.
That's why I was asking.
She doesn't have to face. She doesn't have to see.
I'm sorry.
That's why
I was just completely. I'm like something.
It's just a direction you choose.
Yeah. It's just. Yeah. So it'd be not. Who's in starboard? Loki. All right. Yeah. So like Loki would be like shouting back like. Whatever.
But
shout like sis like off to the. That
but
way.
It is.
And
it is 175 feet away though.
That's what distance spell is for.
Oh, use those sorcery points. Norlai, I think, has tragically underused her sorcery points this whole campaign.
Joys being a sorcerer, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I ended up switching out one of my abilities because I had subtle spell for a while, and we never came to a situation where I needed to not show that I was casting magic.
I mean, Norlai's never been subtle, so.
Exactly. I will cast this at 4th level spell.
Okay. You making it
That's
wild?
nasty. Hold on, I'm also gonna empower.
Okay.
To
You can stack those two those two together, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
So.
Because normally it's one effect per...
Yeah, empower specifically says you can
Stack them. Okay.
So I'm gonna re-roll 5 of these dice.
Yeah, the 4 1s and a 2.
Yeah. Much better.
Plus 5. Plus 5, plus 3, plus 4. 5 and 4 is 9, and 3 is 12. 23, 24, 24 and 12 is 36.
36 damage. Thank you.
Are you purposely making it wild, or otherwise I need a d20 roll from you?
Roll a d20. Nope.
Nope. All right. What was the total damage? Oh, I gotta make a save.
Yep,
This
it's
is
a save
the-
for.
Yep, save for half. This is a Shrike. Shrike will save for half. Leviathan.
The
will
Shrike's not in the line. I can't get
the Shrike. So.
The Shrike is currently still stuck to
I'm
the...
I'm giving it to you because the Shrike was like drawn into center mass, and so you're firing a lightning bolt right to and through the Leviathan. So I appreciate you pointing that out, but in this case, I'm giving it to you because of the lingering effects of the gravitational pull. All right, so what was
generous. Take it.
what was the total damage?
36.
36.
36. Okay.
So 18 on a save.
Okay. The Shrike and the Leviathan are still doing their things. And...
The Shrike's not dead after having taken 26 plus now 18?
Nope, it has taken 44 damage. It is not yet dead.
Yeah. Damn. But now they get to do their things, which is a shame.
They will get to do their things. Although... After Norlai's turn, I am going to... I'm going to take a legendary action, and from its front arc, I am going to fire into the burbs. I'll be targeting the frontmost burb. And does a 34 hit your burb?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so I wanna get close enough to this thing to curse it like immediately, please.
You gotta avoid its arc.
That front laser arc thing.
18 damage. Is your burb still up?
Yes.
All right. The second attack will target the same burb.
Roll a 1. That's not a 1.
That's the opposite of a 1. That's a 19.
And 14 more force damage.
That'll kill it.
Oh. Okay. It is now Shrike's turn. Yeah, you might as well keep him for later. That way you don't have to worry about messing around with him. Shrike goes. And it is going to peel itself off of the Leviathan. and just streak out 8 hexes ahead on an intercept course. As well, it is going to open its mouth.
And this is all on the legendary action?
No, this is the Shrike's turn.
Oh.
Because the legendary action happened after Norali's turn, but before the Shrike's
Then the Shrike goes.
Now
and
the
then
Shrike is
goes,
going, and then the Leviathan's
and
going.
then the Leviathan will go.
Yep.
Did Bright not get a turn?
Yeah, she moved
No,
the
Bright-
ship.
Did
Yeah,
she?
Bright moved.
Yeah, I moved.
Oh.
I moved.
Yep,
It's just
Bright,
been a while.
Bright, then Norali, and then the enemies.
Been some slow turns.
That's right.
It's been a
I'm-
while.
It's been a while.
All right, the Shrike is going to open its mouth and is going to unleash. 2 shots on the burb, on the next frontmost burb. That is going to be a 20 and a more. Do both of those hit?
Yes.
Okay.
How much damage?
13.
Still up?
Oh, nice. All right, so I only winged it. Okay.
Hey, Lamau.
That is the Shrike's turn. It moved and it pew-pewed. That is going to be then the Leviathan is going to go. And the Leviathan is going to do a little bit of wiggling here. Because it is mobile. 1, 2. 3. These things are traveling. It's not. It is one entity here. 1, 2, 3, and it had to turn.
It just kind of like slurps like a slurp.
Yeah. In another world, Norali, this would have made a very cute blimp, but instead it's a horrible thing. And it is. Did I get to line up? Okay. Almost. All right, you all. You
Right,
are not.
Read between the lines.
But anyway,
Yeah,
you are
safe.
you're still in a front arc, and so it will just open up instead. It is going to open up just a barrage, like the battery from the other sort of like glowing eyes and other ports or portals on it are gonna open up, and just eldritch blasts effectively are gonna pour out of this thing.
Thump, 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 thump.
This is going to be so the attacks are going to go into the birds first, and we'll see if I take all of them out. Otherwise, then they'll go into the mephits. But starting with the foremost burb. 20.
Why does it have a plus 18? Yeah.
Because this thing is a
Boss monster?
yeah, this is a boss monster tank. So it will hit and it can take hits, but it's also not very good at wiggling around because it looks like a blimp.
Yeah, that'll hit.
$20 damage.
Oh, that's the one burb.
Okay. Next hit. I'm effectively just crit miss fishing with these. So laying into the birds, we'll see if any of them end up missing. Hey, one of them actually does. So you have one of your birds that just does a barrel roll or an aileron flip, depending on what you'd want to call it.
It's a barrel roll.
It's always a barrel roll.
Barrel roll.
That's what it is.
It will spin and miss the first one. So the next frontmost burb will take. Bloop. Will take 28 points of damage.
Alright. Got one burb left.
They're doing as they are meant to.
Okay. That was the Leviathan's turn, though of course its legendary actions are refreshed, and we come back up to Mordecai.
We do. Oh, I'm in an engineer position. I can't really attack at all.
Sorry, at the end of its turn, you also would have seen some of its wounds close up. There you go.
Yeah, we know about that.
No, I think I'm saving my turn to aid with a save.
Okay.
I don't have much more to do this turn.
Get a little closer, and I'll let you aid saves all battle long, Mordecai. Step into my parlor, says the spider to the fly.
Hell no.
Next is Celine.
We're still just a little bit too far away, but I think its next move is probably going to be to rotate towards us and open up with with its mouth. So
You gotta move.
Gotta move.
I think we really should move.
Well, you have no choice in that regard.
Well, I do because I'm a gunner, so I can choose to add extra movement to the pool if I wish.
Oh yeah, you could add extra. That's true.
No, you don't have to do that. You don't have to add extra movement. We'll be good.
All right,
Promise.
then.
The gunner makes it a problem for the pilot. Like, well, you got to pilot this, but I'm giving you boosties.
Yeah, so we're good for the time being then.
Sure. Cypher, then Loki. Oh,
Cypher,
actually,
then Loki.
hang on a second. We're getting
It's
close. If that was Celine, I will pew pew with a legendary action against the remaining burb from the Leviathan.
Sure,
My
okay.
burbs.
Oh, almost missed that other one. So that one almost. It tried to dodge out of the way. If it makes you feel any better, Dark Wolf, this is very tragic because earlier today I found that some neighborhood cats must have got to the neighborhood birds that go to the bird feeder. There were 4 corpses in the yard. I'm like,
Oh no.
Oh.
yeah, it was pretty gross. So anyway, that aside.
You're about to make 4 corpses.
Yeah, well,
Well,
apparently I did.
They kind of disapparate. They don't actually leave corpses.
So the final burb is off the map, and then that was between Celine and Cypher. So now it would be Cypher's turn.
Cool. You know what? Cypher is gonna go with a buff.
Can he do that from a gunner?
Can if he's targeting things inside.
Oh. Well, yeah, that's true.
So Celine, Noralai, and Loki. Are going to receive Intellect Fortress.
Oh.
So the saves that they're making now have advantage.
Oh, that's pretty fun.
So, in the port gunner, the port gunner, the aft gunner, and the starboard gunner, the HUDs expand to encompass other things such as mental attack information and target locking and other such delicious things.
Okay, that was Cypher's go. It would be Loki.
Well, he's gonna do what warlocks do best.
Mm-hmm.
Eldritch
Eldritch
Blast.
Blast.
Hey. Which target are you Eldritch blasting?
The first one, let's hit the strike. He will hit the strike until the strike is no more, and then aim for the Leviathan.
So you crit with your first blast. That's going to be what, 10 force damage? It is still up from that. The second is going to just miss. It will also do a barrel roll. However, it will finish its flip, and that's when Loki has corrected his aim. And the last one will deal just that little bit extra that was needed to cap it off. In fact, like you, what I'll do is I'll actually pull the token away, just so I can. It's more easy to replicate. So there's not a Shrike on the board. It's just lurking at the bottom. That would leave one last one that is going to fly past the falling, shrieking Shrike. And a 26 will absolutely hit the Skyshatter Leviathan. Pew. For 3 damage.
Just little pew.
Okay.
Pink.
It does not spawn a Shrike. So, there's that. Okay.
So magic.
Bright, then Norlai.
Right, just move.
Yeah, Bright needs to move.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Okay, so Maddie, let me ask you,
Yes.
what happens if somebody goes off the edge of the map, but we're not trying to flee? We just need more maneuvering.
Then, I mean, we can extend it. It's not like an auto loss, or I'm counting it as, oh, you ran away. If you need more room, then you have it. I just didn't want to make the map impossibly big for just sort of getting in the zone.
For #raisins.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay. Well then.
You can always though edit in the settings the map if you needed to.
Yeah,
so.
that's true. I can change the amount of hexes. So I guess if you do have to go off map, I can expand
the map.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go.
Straight ahead 6.
No, and then I'm gonna cast Dimension Door.
Ah. Okay. And
So, let's.
oh, go ahead.
No, what were you gonna ask?
Oh, I was gonna ask. And after you finish your movement, remember you can face any way you want. If you're de-dooring.
I'm well aware of that.
Yeah.
Where is he putting us?
So where are we de-dooring?
We're gonna go ahead and displace over and behind.
Yes.
Get all
This is
up in
the
its
correct
butt.
direction. And let me fix the facing here. I'm gonna have to zoom in so I can see what I'm seeing. And actually, I think this is correct. This happens to be the correct facing.
Okay, sure.
The front facing is
front facing is
noted by the O.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
This was.
So we're facing front, yeah.
Yeah, we're facing.
Yeah, you're facing this way, north.
Because I didn't feel like Cypher needed a shot this turn.
Yeah, that's right. No, he doesn't need a shot.
Okay,
all right.
so my methods are gonna move. They're gonna wonder where the ship is, and they're gonna desperately follow their order to stay within 10 hexes of it. So once they figure out where it went.
As you're moving them, a little bit of flavor. Bright, I don't know, maybe you're nervous at first. You slip into this in-between space, and of course it is riddled with black tentacles. However, you do maintain this kind of a glowing bubble or something that repels all of the tendrils as they try and desperately grab onto the ship and wrap around it. But it is just too slippery to do so. So.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, so moving at dash speed, they can go 12 hexes, so they will do that.
You were able to freely move.
Do you only have 4 of them left? Oh, they're stacked.
No, I have 8. They're stacked. Okay. That's their speed. And that's my turn. Okay, take your shots.
Would you mind dispersing them? Because I had asked not to stack stuff to make it lateral.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
Thank you. Okay, so you disappear. You're able to very lively glide through the epicenter of all the black hair and tendrils, very easily then reappearing out of kind of a warp space here. Though, Bright, after your turn, I'm going to take a legendary action. And I'm going to need a Constitution save from Mordecai, as I am going to try and eat some magic.
I put on the windshield wipers to wipe away the tendrils of hair.
A
little wash.
You have advantage.
Concentration checks. 21.
All right. We currently have Intellect Fortress. Are the methods of concentration?
Yes, but that's my. Yes, the methods are concentration.
Okay.
That's
There's
my
no more
spell,
conjured animals. Was there anything
that's
else that was being concentrated on?
I was protection. Protection from good and evil.
Protection. Okay. I am going to. Yeah, that was one of the first ones you cast. I'm going to roll a d3. If it's a 1, your protection goes down. If it's a 2, the methods go down. If it's a 3,
Even a 21 doesn't save?
No.
Oh.
Intellect Fortress goes down. Was freedom of movement concentration?
No, that's just exists for an hour.
Okay, gotcha. All right, yep, no problem. So yeah, 1, 2, or 3, and we're gonna find out which random concentration.
Hang on.
Oh.
Hold on. Cypher is concentrating on something that is not through the ship. He is concentrating on the
inside.
on the interior.
That's true.
So there's only 2 spells on the ship itself.
Okay. Then I will roll a.
Flip a coin.
Yeah, effectively a coin flip here. Max, I crit on a 3 and I crit on a 2. So that's going to be the methods are going to their concentration is going to be ended. And what level
They're
spell
gonna get
was
devoured.
that? Bright.
4.
4. Okay. All right. They are. They too are sucked into the center of this thing as it becomes a star in a sense. As just the ambient magic around it's able to like pull on the string that you're keeping between you and the methods, and it just sort of sucks in the string of magic like a spaghetti noodle.
Okay, we'll stash it over on the side in case something happens.
Okay, that is so that was between Bright and Norelai. Norelai, it is your turn, and then it is monsters.
Let's see. Fifth level. Summoning some more vultures.
You're gonna summon some more vultures.
Okay.
You have a shot. That's okay.
This is 5th level, so I can summon 4. They are surrounding the Leviathan.
So, I mean, the birdies get to peck, I guess.
And they get to attack. They get advantage because they have pack tactics, which is why I use these.
Not that.
Yep. They also get 2 attacks each. Jeez.
Well, luckily they have advantage.
Okay.
Does a 20 hit, Maddie?
Yes, a 20 does.
Does an 18 hit?
It does not.
Okay.
Okay.
So, 2, 3. So 5 hits. What's the no? Oh, there we go.
Oh right, yeah, they actually do quite a bit of damage because they get like 2d4 or whatever. So that's 12 and
I
11 is
clicked on the
23,
one side,
33. 41. 41 damage.
All right, I need an intelligence saving throw.
That was Loki.
That is Loki.
Uh-oh.
And he has advantage.
He has advantage, and he's proficient.
26.
Oh.
All right. What happens is as your birds appear and start to tear into the rear of the Leviathan, there is just this emanating feedback that is feeding, like the pain is feeding back through, and Loki's the one making the intelligence saves. And in this instance, you actually are able to resist taking damage on behalf of the ship for the psychic feedback from these attacks. Now, how much damage is the Leviathan taking?
It was 41.
41.
41.
Okay. Then I am going to... Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Bonus strike.
Two strikes peel off of the Leviathan in this melee combat. And, well, they don't have to fly very far. They are going to... This one is going to move and is going to strike at this bird with its tail. Whoops. All right, 25 hits. The bird is going to take 11 points of magical piercing damage, and I need a charisma save.
Ah, gross. It's a bird.
You have advantage.
It's the bird.
Oh, wait, wait.
Charisma save, isn't
Is it the bird? Is it the bird or is it Norla?
It is, well, the feedback is going through the birds to Norlai, who has to make the charisma save.
Oh, that's okay.
That's better. That's better. It's like, oh, the bird had to do what the bird has to do.
And you have advantage. So 31.
31!
Okay. Norlai, this thing, through contact with the tail, tried to establish a link to you. Its presence tried to move through your magic into you.
Oh boy, hijacking strikes. Sure.
What would I do with a Norlai inside the ship?
Fireball injured on self.
That sounds like a bad time.
I need... this one is going to fly by and attack this bird with one of its wing claws. Let's see if I hit. Uh, 20 hits?
Yep.
All right. I need a con save, please.
A con save for me?
Yes, please.
Is this a concentration thing? Or no?
No, this is not concentration. This is just a
Just a
straight up
normal con
save.
save.
Yep.
Okay. 15.
All right. Mordecai, through this attack, so the bird's going to take 12 points of damage. Through this attack, your consciousness is invaded, and you are incapacitated. You may save at the end of each of your turns
Oh.
to not be incapacitated.
Oh.
So Mordecai just sort of like slumps over the control panel.
I'm still conscious. I'm just incapacitated.
I believe being unconscious is part of being incapacitated, isn't it?
No, they're two different things.
Or are they separate things? Oh.
Unconscious includes incapacitated.
Oh. Then I don't know. I wrote down incapacitated, so
So I'm awake.
yeah.
So I can still
You're
say.
just
Okay.
unable to take actions.
Yeah,
or
you just
reactions.
can't take action. So yeah, you can. You have the delightful
That's
torture
so
of
safe.
watching everything happen around you and not.
Am I still concentrating on my spells?
Yes, you can concentrate. Oh, you can't. Yeah, when you're incapped, you can't concentrate. So
Boo.
protection goes down.
Protection goes down. Okay.
Don't tase me, bro.
Yeah, that's kind of what the claw. All right, so those are the strikes. The
That's gnarly.
Leviathan.
That's big old gnarly.
The Leviathan is going to, honestly, just try and bring itself around, and it would end up moving ones this way as well. It's trying to slowly, be able to open up on you all. However, right now, is that gonna? It may not even be able to catch. Oh, you are just outside its front arc. So
It's almost like I planned that.
yep, the Leviathan is trying to do
We're
a
not really
slow
anywhere near
spin.
its front arc. Oh,
No.
I guess.
Well, the front
Guess
arc
if-
is along this line here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that front arc.
I mean, dead center, no, we never want to be there. Let's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not close to that.
So it moves slightly away. Its legendary actions do recharge, and the strikes are in combat with the birds. So we come back up to Mordecai. Well, hey, Mordecai, not too bad. I mean, you can't do anything on this turn except try and make a save at the end, but make a save.
Con save. Whammy.
Hey.
22.
All right, Mordecai, that distortion, that disruption, that just sort of like short-circuited your synapses, you were able to shake it off, and you resume capacitation at your station.
I
Celine.
can't do nothing. Hmm.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yes. Now I am actually in vision to see things, and in distance to do things.
Go Celine. Rain down fiery hell.
I am gonna go ahead and cast. I'm not gonna give the thing a chance to feed. I'm gonna cast a. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and cast the spiritual weapon at level 4, and I'm gonna spawn it right next to the Leviathan.
Okay.
And it's gonna take a swing and crit.
Woo!
Okay.
You can't channel divinity into that, can you? It doesn't work on your
Yes,
spiritual
I
weapon,
can.
does
Yes,
it?
I can. It's a
Does it
melee
work on your
attack.
spiritual weapon? Okay.
It's a melee attack, and you better believe I'm channeling Touch of Death through it. You think I wouldn't?
I am sorry for doubting you.
So that answer is 10, 20, 30, plus an additional 5, which is 35, and then twice my cleric level, which is 38. 43, 53, 60, 73 points of damage total.
Phew. This girl.
Alright.
I'll note too, that was a bonus action. I still have an action.
On
Put your spiritual weapon on the map if you can, so because we'll get confused.
you have
Yeah.
a token for that?
No, you have to
you
give
do.
us one.
You do.
Okay.
We don't have access to tokens. You kidding?
Okay. There you go.
As an action, I'm also going to go ahead and chill touch. I'm going to go ahead and chill touch the Leviathan.
Your spiritual
And
weapon is a lot like Casimir.
A 28 will hit. A 28 will. A 20 will hit, right?
Let's get
The Leviathan.
1 second. I'm gonna give you permission so you can move that token around. Okay, you should be able to move that token. And I'm sorry, a 28.
20.
20. Okay. It will, but before we do that, on the attack versus the Leviathan, I need another int save for the psychic feedback.
Yeah. Okay. You have advantage still, so.
If this affects anything, Loki does have thought sheet.
Ooh, Loki.
critter. Not that it matters.
Shields.
But yeah,
Shields up.
20
So-
does hit the Leviathan.
Yep, so it's gonna take 16 necrotic damage. And Maddie,
Yes.
you know that regeneration that you like?
Yeah.
No. Chill touch shuts down regeneration. I'll go ahead and share the spell description. It can't regain hit points until the start of my next turn. No regeneration for you.
Okay.
Denied. And that'll be Celine's turn for the time being, at least.
What I am going
And I'll
to
bet-
do then... 1 second, because I have to get some more...
Oh yeah, some strikes.
Yeah.
Hey, Norlai. You got a spell to just delete some strikes?
Hmm.
I might not be able to line up a shot for Norlai this turn. This is going to be an evasive action turn.
Okay, I
Yeah.
am going to, between Celine and Cypher,
And Cypher.
I am going to need a con save from Mordecai, as I'm going to try and eat the birds that are attacking me. Now, it won't be able to regain hit points as per your spell, but I can at least take them off the board.
Okay. That's a concentration. Well, bam. 22.
Not quite. You needed
Oh.
it needed to be high.
Oh!
Yeah.
DC 23.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
literally a
Damn.
19. So we need to switch Mordecai out of the engineer spot. Because he I'm sorry, my love, but you don't have quite the stuff.
Your stamina.
Besides me can do this.
Look, it happens. You get
Focus.
old, and you know
You know, performance issues.
you
don't
can't keep your
One
spells
at a
up
time.
as long as you used to. You know.
Why
I
don't you
don't
swap
have-
with Norlai?
I don't have performance issues.
I'm sorry. What about Norlai?
Why don't we swap with
Oh,
Norlai? We
yeah.
haven't taken any ship damage yet, and we're making a lot of con saves.
Yeah.
So swap Mordecai and Norlai in the coming turn.
Yep. And I mean, Norlai can go ahead and cast Call Lightning from there and just rain ever-loving hell through the use of like the front gun
I
or
need to
whatever.
see. I need to see for Call Lightning.
Ah,
Yeah.
you need to see.
Yeah. All right. So the buzzards are
I
off
do
the
have
map,
things to do.
but I do not get experience. I get experience points from it. I do not get hit points from it.
Yeah, no hit points for you. Denied.
Denied.
But it is Cypher's turn.
Yes, it is Cypher's turn. And unfortunately, we're kind of not in the range that I would like to be for that. And you know what I'm going to do? Because I can't cast any spells. I'm not going to feed anything. I'd like to start making checks to figure out this thing's true name, please. You know exactly why I'm planning on doing this.
Yeah, but how do you check for a true name? Like,
Basically, I'm trying to put the pieces together to figure it out. Because I mean, I have a lot of knowledge that the rest of the party does not, by virtue of having access to a massive library for a very long time, and B, being one of the few in the ship that has actually seen Showdown up close and personal.
You make some compelling points. If anyone would have the ability to do something like this, was your background Sage also, for Cypher?
My background is Sage, yes.
Okay.
Because when I first came into the party, I was, aside to Jade, I was the only one who knew anything of Showdown.
How would I do this? This is going to be a call on the field. I'm willing to allow it for the circumstances, obviously.
Start with an Arcana check and go from there.
As an action on your turns, you can... I guess we'll have to make this a bit of a skill challenge. It would be over at least several turns. Start rolling Arcana. I'll figure it out if you do really well on that, and we'll move to the next part. But yeah, if you unlock a couple different aspects through your examination. And oh, hello, Electro Dolly. Welcome. We're in the middle of a high stakes aerial combat. Thank you for stopping by, Raven. Thank you for the shout out as well, and I hope that you were enjoying your game. Okay, it is Loki's turn then. Cypher's starting to try and think on unraveling this Gordian knot of a Eldritch being.
Oh, I'm unravel it, all right.
I've realized that Eldritch Blast does not actually need line of sight.
It just
needs
to make a ranged spell attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ranged spell attack does require sight.
No, it does not.
But you would be
roll
firing.
If you don't have LOS, it's disadvantage.
Yeah, it would be at disadvantage though. So you'd be sort of firing.
There's the.
If it's within his.
Yep.
Well, it's not within his
But
firing arc though.
Yeah.
But also a ranged attack kind of requires you to be able to see.
Yeah.
I mean, at disadvantage if you can't see.
Yeah, it's basically your blind firing, which is disadvantage.
I don't
Because
have
it's
to. I just wanted to point.
Yeah, so I mean, you could do it, but you'd just be at disadvantage, I would imagine, because you're just blind firing.
I got something else I can do. I just.
But also it seemed to just shrug off the Eldritch Blast the last time.
Well, yeah, because it was piddly Eldritch Blast.
Well, it was 3 hit points, but it didn't seem to do anything. That was specifically worded.
Yeah, so if you want to roll them at disadvantage, you can just try and, as you're wiggling across the map, blind fire into it.
I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
I'm going to do this, because this also doesn't require sight. Wait. Oh no, that's not in range. Never mind.
Yeah, I've got some really nasty stuff that I could do, but we got to get even closer.
Yep. Okay, I'm blind firing.
Don't want to get too much closer, we'll get eaten by the main gun.
I'm thinking like 30 within 30 feet. If we can get like right about.
What are you attacking?
He's blind firing, so So I guess
Hey,
the shrieks would be the closest thing. I guess he's aiming for that.
Okay.
Also, what happened to my birds?
They were eaten. Your concentration was broken on them.
Okay.
Yeah, they got devoured.
But
Oof.
it didn't get to gain hit points from eating your magic.
Because I denied that.
All right.
I have another thing that can deny that, by the way.
You blind fire and you fire wildly. None of them. Let me double check. No. Miss. Yeah, all of them miss.
Need to
Bright.
get closer.
Ooh, my turn?
Yep.
Alright. 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 So I'm gonna cast Misty Step. Misty Step is free for me.
Ooh.
Because of that reconfubling that we did. And I'm gonna
Ooh.
turn myself directly around and go 6 hexes straight in direction D. Okay, and now we've got some motion of the ocean. Gonna go 6 more hexes.
Yep.
And we're gonna turn right and go 2, and then we're gonna turn left and go 1. Like so.
All right.
And we'll end up facing D.
Yep. Make sure everything is faced and.
It is.
Okay.
It is correct.
Anything
And
else
now
then?
my...
Yeah,
well,
go
I
ahead.
have the opportunity to aid someone with
Yes.
my action, right?
Yes.
Because Misty Step is a bonus action.
You can aid an
And
attack.
my aids only apply to attacks.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I think the obvious choice is probably Loki, because he's the one
Or
in our...
Celine. Because Celine's in port. Oh no, Starboard is.
Starboard is the one you can
because
see. Although I
yeah,
could aid you
Celine
with
can
your,
continue
with
to-
your... With
spiritual
your,
weapon.
Spiritual weapon? No, I'm gonna go with Loki. I'm gonna go with
Yeah,
Loki.
fair enough. Yeah, go with Loki.
Okay, that's my turn.
Okay. It is Norali's turn, as I can't take any legendary actions at the moment.
I'm switching seats.
With whom?
Mordecai, get out of there.
With Mordecai? Okay.
Yep. I'm the engineer now.
And I'm going to switch gun, 4 guns?
You're going to aft gun.
Aft guns. Okay.
We
Aft
may
guns
do
it
another
is.
orcish fire drill pretty quick. We'll see what happens.
Yep.
We might need to put me in engineer. We'll see.
Okay, so you have
We'll see.
swapped. Each of you are immediately responsible for the saves in your new station. Though Norali, you will not be able to take an engineering or
Action.
you've used your actions now and the future one in your station to swap positions. So okay, but you've swapped.
It
So
takes
just
2 turns?
it well each participant has to forego an action.
Well, I'd be going now, and then Mordecai would be foregoing.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Yeah, Mordecai would be foregoing because you're foregoing this one. So
Okay.
after you, it's going to go Shrikes, Leviathan, Mordecai gets to sit down, and then it'll be Celine, and we'll continue forward.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, because you have already you've given up this one to swap. All right. Shrikes are going to go, and the Shrikes are. This one is going to fly, and as it's flying past, it is going to strike with its tail. And this is the one that creates a kind of a
Link.
an oofy link. Oh, it will miss with its tail. Oh.
From the makers of Envy Link, it's Oofy Link.
1, 2, 3. This one's gonna do the same thing. There we go. That's a hit. It is going to deal 12 damage to the ship, and I need a charisma save, please.
Hey, that's me. Oh no.
Oh,
come
no.
on.
All right.
No. No.
Mordecai,
Am I dicing this bad
The
already?
Shrike disappears.
Oh shit.
That wasn't so
Okay.
Now, I guess, fortunately, Mordecai can't do anything on his next turn.
But does he actually sit down in the seat?
You know, you're there, just you haven't quite gotten into
Buckled
everything
in.
here. But
No.
right now, Mordecai, you are possessed. And then if that's going to happen, then what I'm going to do is 1, 2, turn 1, 2. It is going to bite on the way past. I don't think you've encountered a bite yet. All right.
Go away, please.
That'll hit. I need a wisdom save, please.
That's me. I am at advantage for this. $26.
Okay. You are also feeling disrupted. Like you're having trouble keeping your concentration. Your thoughts are becoming scattered. But you're able to hold on to your capacitation. Though the ship does take 14 points of damage
Ooh, next.
as it continues to fly past.
Who's keeping track of the ship's HP right now?
I'll keep track of it since I'm technically the pilot.
Okay.
It's 14 points.
Yep. That's the first time the ship itself has been actually...
14 and 12. So you've taken 26 points of damage.
Yikes.
Okay, we're down to 124. It's okay. Although, see, that's why we had Mordecai as the engineer.
Yeah, for healing, but the thing is, it's not...
He can't concentrate on this very well.
He's having trouble concentrating.
Once Celine gets into
He's got
gets into
battle
things,
anxiety.
it might get her to switch out because she's got the con save and
Oh, you've got
the
a con
healing.
save? Okay,
Yeah.
that's great. Alright.
so I could deal with that once I start like carving out some extra damage.
Yeah, by all means. Because I can also do it, but we don't, for a variety of reasons, we don't want me to do it. Unless it's an emergency.
Yeah. Exactly.
Maddie, what if we need to switch more than one person at a time? Like if we need to do a full-on orcish fire drill?
It could be done in pairs. Like everyone can just forego and swap, but you have to pair up and swap.
Oh, cool. So we get to do the other Futurama thing with the swapping. You can only swap with one person one time, so you have to develop an algorithm. And it was a whole like mathematical paper that they published to help people swap back and forth so that they could get everyone in the right seats. And it was all because of that episode of. Okay, never mind. Sorry.
Places.
The Skyshatter is trying to pivot as quickly as it can. You are not in its direct line of fire, though there is you are in the front arc. And
Uh-oh.
what do I want to do? I have you in the front arc for a little bit, so at the same time, I have that weapon attacking me, but I don't mind that. Okay, no, Skyshatter doesn't mind that thing. I am going to open up on the ship.
Did he make 2 rotations?
Yeah, like so his outside is traveling the most. Like that's what's counting as the motion. So he made a slight turn. He went from facing that way to facing this way, but that's the most that he can really do because his outside is the thing that's really traveling.
Okay.
So he's able to like kind of pivot because remember he's a turret, but he also can't pivot too much, and I'm counting the outside distance. So,
Okay. But it was 120 degrees total rotation.
I didn't count the degrees. Call me obtuse, but.
Well, I looked away from the screen for 2 seconds while you did the rotation. What can anyone who on our side?
I wasn't paying that much attention.
It was where it was, and then I moved. So I moved the outside.
Back end was here because the spiritual weapon didn't move. His back end was here, so he moved
I can't
there.
see what you're saying here is. It's not appearing on the map.
Oh. Should be.
All right, one of these Eldritch
Okay,
Blasts
now I feel
is
good.
going to be a
I feel
crit.
good.
Are you in a position? Oh no, Mordecai, you're not in a position to cancel that crit.
I'm possessed.
Sorry.
That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's possessed. He can't do anything.
You'd have to be the engineer as well.
No, I don't need sight.
Well, it's not
Or
about
even-
speed.
Yeah, it's about the effect.
Oh, that effect only works on engineer position.
Because the ship is
Yeah,
taking damage,
because
and you're the one who buffs the ship.
Oh, I thought I could do it from any position. Because all I need is to know that the attacker is being attacked.
Oh, well, yeah, no, in that case, because it can influence others as well, so, yeah.
Yeah, it influences
yeah.
others. It's besides self.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Chance.
Well, you're possessed. We'll cross that bridge when you're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm
this
gonna have to waste a
is
spell slot. I'm unbelievably good for that.
all of these are going to hit, and this is going to open up for
Real quick, what type of damage is this?
force damage. Plus another for the crit. So unfortunately, it's not 69 damage, but it is in fact 76 damage, as all 4 of the batteries slam into the ship.
Damn it. Okay.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, that's really a lot of damage. That literally halves the HP we had.
How much was it? How much was it again?
76.
76? Wow, okay. Okay.
That is the Leviathan's turn. Its legendary actions will replenish. We come up to Mordecai. Mordecai is... you are in the thrall of a thrall of a thrall of Sho'neuroth. You are... Oh, which gun did you go to?
Aft.
Aft.
Your aft gun? Okay. Then I am going to, by the way, Mordecai, you are not deprived of your awareness.
Okay.
Mordecai is aware of everything that's happening here.
I just can't stop it.
Yeah. I want you to cast a... I want you to...
Possessing creature can make me cast?
Let's see. Target's incapacitated and loses control of its body. I now control your body. Don't deprive you of your awareness. The entity within you can't be targeted by attack, spell, or other effects.
Because normally possession does not mean that they can cast with me.
Yeah, no, they only get their own abilities. They don't get access to the abilities of the possessee.
It otherwise uses the possessed target statistics, but doesn't gain access to the target's knowledge, class features, or proficiencies. Okay.
Yeah, which includes spells.
So it is going to sit there and observe, and probably not make. You get to. Well, hang on. Possession lasts until the body drops to 0 hit points. The possessor ends it as a bonus action, or it's forced out by an effect. So you do not get to save against it. You are possessed until something happens.
Oh.
They have to beat it out of you, or somehow dispel your possession. But right now you are sitting in the aft gun and looking attentive out the back.
Celine, can you fix possession?
I can fix possession.
If they were aware that I'm actually possessed.
So far, so far it's just been the first initial action. You know, if you find a way to do it, but
no, I can't because it's breaking. Because the only thing that can really drive things out is dispel evil and good. I think that doesn't work on aberrations.
Well, that's good news.
Well, dispel evil and good would work. It is it is an aberration, but it is the possession more or less that you're going after. So
okay,
yeah,
all right. So
that would work.
So.
Dispel evil and good would work. Or if you
So
have
if you figure out
another
that I'm
idea,
possessed.
like a wish spell or something else, or one of you could just beat up Mordecai, beat the devil out of him, and
That's once you figure out that I'm possessed.
yes. All right, Celine.
Power of Christ compels you.
Yeah.
And also this baseball bat.
Yeah. Celine, it is your go.
There's gonna be another spiritual weapon hit as a bonus action to begin with, because I don't need to see for that.
Hmm. 25 hits.
And that'll be 27 damage, and I'm going to be spending another Channel Divinity. Because no. 27, 32, 42, 52, 61, 70 points of damage. As a bonus action. Because I'm like that.
Okay.
Let me see here. Port, so she's over there. I'm gonna go ahead and blind fire a chill touch at the Shrike. The Shrike at the Leviathan, which is a 21 still.
That'll hit.
But 20 points of necrotic damage, and its healing is still shut down.
Okay.
Now I'm guessing we move to Cypher?
We are... are any of you... well, no, none of you are concentrating anything. Your spiritual weapon's not concentrate.
Nope.
So I will open up on the ship and hit.
Okay. Need healing. Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Beep beep.
Yep.
Beep beep.
Don't worry, I got you guys.
30 points of damage.
To the ship?
Yikes.
It took 2 hits, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Because it's a 1d10 plus 10,
that's not ideal.
which means it's chunking a 15th of our hit points just raw.
Is that from the From what?
That is the
The
Sky
charisma
Shatter on a
modifier.
legendary action.
Oh, a legendary
Charisma
action
modifier
to
because
shot.
it's basically
Yeah.
it's basically casting Eldritch Blast or mini Eldritch Blast, and it has a 30 charisma more or less. So it's doing the agonizing blast thing, but with plus 10 instead of the regular plus 5 that a regular PC might be able to get
Yep.
without ASI like
We
post
need to get
buffs.
behind it.
Yeah, we do need to get.
Like, directly behind it, so it can't turn.
It's hard to do that.
It is quite hard to do that.
I know,
Like
it
we flanked with a Misty Step, and it turned a fire on us.
We need to get behind it, but melee.
It is
So
Cypher's go.
So you're telling me we need to fly up its butt? Is what you're saying we need to do?
Exactly.
I mean, it's not a bad idea. Now, is that Shrike actually existed, or is that the one that?
Yeah, this one did a. It had to continue its movement, but it flew by and tagged you and kept going.
Okay. Cypher.
If it matters to you, the
Cypher.
Shrikes are magical things. Like, if you want to try anything with that.
I wish. No. I can kill the Shrikes, I guess. Well, I can kill one of the Shrikes. The other one is kind of dead. Like not existent like that one. That one isn't there, I don't think.
No, the one that's possessing Mordecai had already disappeared off the board.
Okay.
Yeah,
so I
the
can't see-
one that's by the birds is off. It's gone.
Then honestly, I need to continue on this figuring out because that'll help us. So I'm gonna roll another Arcana check. It's gonna be a 24.
Okay. We can since we have a time crunch. We'll role play through it. You've unlocked the Arcana part of this mystery, but it is not just Arcana that this thing exists within. So you can go for history next, or you can go for even religion next, because these three things are intrinsically interlocked with the entity of Sho'neuroth.
History and religion, understood. Now we move to Loki.
Yes, Loki.
The Skyshatter Leviathan is right there. If you have something big,
Well,
At,
I
like,
can
fifth
only
level?
cast. I can only cast fifth level.
Yep.
that's fine.
I'm
Fifth
gonna
level will
cast-
cast.
Dissonant Whisper. I need a wisdom saving throw,
Okay.
and if he fails, he must move away from us. Up to its move. Or no, using all of it.
And he is gonna fail.
What was my DC?
Sure. 19.
Okay.
Having to move away from us is actually kind of inconvenient if we need to get behind it.
Well,
Well,
it
it
has
has-
to turn around.
Yeah, it has to turn. It can't come near us.
Which means gonna take I'm gonna take my packed weapon, turn it sideways, and right up the butt.
As far as its speed allows, away from.
Okay. One, two. If you're there. Whoop. Just sort of distended through time there.
He just slurp.
Slurp.
Yeah, just kind of.
Slurping through space and time.
All right, it is facing away from you, which means that I unfortunately can't assault you with another legendary action of
Oh, good.
blasts.
Thank Christ.
That was the plan.
That's convenient. Thank you, Loki.
Right movement time.